Brexit talks between the UK and EU resumed last week in a last-ditch attempt at securing a trade deal before the transition period ends. Prime Minister Boris Johnson offered the bloc a final chance lifeline after previously vowing to walk away from negotiations over a fishing stalemate. But do you think Boris Johnson was ever truly ready to follow through with no-deal Brexit threat? The EU's chief negotiator Michel Barnier said both sides had a common responsibility to strike a deal as he returned to London last week. He added both sides needed to find a compromise on issues including fishing arrangements as neither side has so far been willing to back down. He said, "I think we have a huge common responsibility. Every day counts." However, Number 10 warned significant gaps remain between the two sides, so it was entirely possible that negotiations will not succeed. Chief Secretary to the Treasury Stephen Barclay added a deal must respect UK sovereignty. When asked if there would be a trade deal, Mr. Barclay told Sky News, "I hope so. But that deal needs to reflect that fact that we're leaving the EU, we will regain control of our fisheries. It was a key issue for many of your viewers during the Brexit debate and it is important that the deal reflects that." Despite Mr. Johnson's threats to walk away from talks, he may not follow through with his no-deal Brexit threat. The new talks are now aiming to be completed by mid-November ahead of the transition period ending on December 31. What do you think? If a Brexit deal is not completed by mid-November, should Boris Johnson walk away for good? Mr. Johnson previously promised a deal would be reached by mid-October in order to allow time for ratification. However, there was no breakthrough on fishing rights, the governance of any deal and the level playing field. This is aimed at preventing unfair competition, including state subsidies. French President Emmanuel Macron has also proved to be a huge sticking point as he wants France to keep the same access in UK waters it has now. European fishermen catch more than 90% of channel cod, with France claiming 84% of this haul. Mr. Barnier said fishing is one of the EU's top priorities, as the bloc is pushing for any future deal with the UK to uphold the bloc's common fisheries policy.